They say behind every successful man is a woman, not in his shadows, but walking beside him. The quiet strength she takes so he can chase his dreams. She nurtures, she balances, she manages so he can walk lighter into his work. Today, I'm talking to one such woman. She is the calm behind the chaos, the strategist behind the champion, and the one who checkmated one of India's greatest sporting legends. She is the partner, manager, and lifelong teammate of chess extraordinaire Vishwanathan Anand. So let's welcome Aruna Anand and let's get the show started. But being the wife, you said, I know when he's playing, I know how it works. Have you ever been like, silly mistakes, I could have done it better?
Many times, many times. I mean, he's considered one of the fastest players of the game, even at his age. And the thing is, while he was playing, he forgot to see the clock. And this was like 2 o'clock in the night. The thing is, he had a winning position and it was like literally he could have made any move, he would have won. He just forgot to see the clock. I mean, at that moment, if he had called me, I mean, he would have got the choicest Tamil words possible. But okay, when he calls, at that moment you have to be a supportive wife and say, no, it doesn't matter. And after 2 days, I told him, if you had called me at that moment, you have no idea what I would have told you. And, but that's the point of a marriage. Many times he would take the wrong suitcase for a flight.
Sorry.
This happens. I mean, this is normal. And many times he would have reached and he'll call me and he'll say, I've left my iPad at security. Call Bombay Airport. My iPad is at security. This, that. Then written in some website, this one and identified it with rose gold covering this, that. And 3 hours later, he'll say, it was in my this thing only. I forgot to see properly. When my mother-in-law used to take care of Anand or travel with him, in the end, it's only a mother, wishing that the very best for their child and trying to see that the child is the best version of themselves. I think all of us as mothers, that's what we try. I think when they start playing chess, they start at a very young age. So for instance, in Anand's case...
Have you ever put that pressure on him saying, you need to play chess? Or have you been like, no, chess, well, I'll just leave it?
I would not say that we didn't say that, you should not know chess. When I was pregnant with Akhil, waiting for my doctor's appointment, and one lady came to me. She said, you're Anand's wife. And all. I said, yeah. குழந்தைக்கு வந்து செஸ் இது பண்ணேன். So I'm not yet delivered. So இப்போவே ஆரம்பிங்க. I mean, we can't engineer a child's life like that. I think that's very cruel. I think you should never, first of all, don't be harsh on yourself. But you're late by whose yardstick? Your yardstick or society's yardstick? So what? If a child thinks, okay, I'm going to do 1 year, I'm only going to play chess, I'm taking a gap year. So what? In what way does it make you a lesser person? In the end, all of us are pursuing happiness. And if happiness is what you're getting, it doesn't matter. You feel empowered that you are able to live your life without getting permission or asking permission or, feeling that, somebody else is responsible for you. I think that is true empowerment.
Welcome to the Rayan Show. I'm your host, Rayan Mithun, and this season is brought to you by Satyabama University. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks so much for
First thing
having me.
I want to ask you, do you play chess?
By virtue of marriage, yes.
So do you know how to play?
Yeah, I can play chess and not that I've actually played it, but I know how the pieces move. I can look at a position and say whether it's good for Anand or bad for Anand. As far as Anand's position is concerned, I can evaluate. I don't think I can evaluate other people's chess games.
But being the wife, have you ever looked, like you said, I know when he's playing, I know how it works. Have you ever been like, silly mistakes, I could have done it better?
Many times. For instance, recently, last month, Anand played a match and, he's considered one of the fastest players of the game, even at his age. And the thing is, while he was playing, he forgot to see the clock. And this was like 2 o'clock in the night. The thing is, he had a winning position and it was like literally he could have made any move, he would have won. And he just forgot to see the clock. And he had a time advantage of 40 seconds. And he lost on time. At that moment, if he had called me, he would have got the choicest Tamil words possible. But okay, when he calls, at that moment you have to be a supportive wife and say, no, it doesn't matter. And after 2 days, I told him, If you had called me at that moment, you have no idea what I would have told you. And but that's the point of a marriage, that you are able to say what you feel, but sometimes you have to hold back at that moment. In fact, there is a very funny incident. Many years back, Anand was playing a tournament in Dortmund in Germany, and he lost 2 games. Now, when Anand loses 2 games, he has this habit of going on very long walks. And he'll keep walking and walking and walking. And I mean, I'm not used to all that. So I kept walking, and suddenly we see we are in the next town and thinking, it's like 6 o'clock. Are we getting dinner tonight, or we are just going to keep walking, walking, walking? So at some point, I realized, I have to take matters into my own hands. So, like, we were about to cross a traffic signal. So, and he looked at me and I looked at him, and he said, "You're not going to tell anything to me." Thinking, so long, for 2 hours I walked, he didn't ask for anything. Okay, now poor thing is asking. So I said, don't worry, tomorrow you'll play better. Life is difficult. He turned around and he said, if you have any other better advice, give it or keep your mouth shut. And I got very angry. First of all, I'm keeping quiet. You ask me for advice, I give you advice, you shout at me. I said, see, if I had better advice to give you, you think I'll marry you? I would have been a chess player. Why do you think I'm walking behind you otherwise? And then after we crossed the road, I mean, both of us started laughing because it was ridiculous. I mean, but I think in a way that would define the kind of marriage we have, that, we are fairly outspoken, and sometimes even the toughest moments, I think if you take it with a bit of humor, after a few years, I mean, that's the only thing you remember, the fun side, and not how, bad certain moments felt.
That's so true, no? Sometimes we need to just find the humor in it. Otherwise, life gets too serious.
Sure.
So I want to go back to the beginning. Can you tell me about your childhood? What kind of child were you?
I think I was a fairly mischievous child. I think in the early years, I don't think my parents were very comfortable having me, because, I would be the one who would, the teacher would call my parents in and say she's talking all the time, or, she's dancing at the back, or, I would never have my homework done. I mean, my father, even now, he says, my famous thing was to sit at the gate and do homework while the car came to take me to school. And if I felt that the homework was too much, I would just pretend to have a stomach ache, headache, any ache. And then I would look at my father. He'll say, "Parvala, kozhandai innikku veetla irukattum." And because of him, I don't think I made most of my class photos, because I was kept home on those days. But I think over the years, I think my mother, I think she persevered a lot with me. And then she saw to it that I, was exposed to a lot of art. So I did dance, I did music, I played veena, I did some painting. And then I stuck with dance for a fair amount of time. But I think I was a very happy-go-lucky child. I was not like bothered. But my brother was exactly the opposite. He was an achiever throughout. And, like even 10 years later, you went to school, they would say, "Oh, that boy, the way he studied." And I think I was just completely the opposite.
So you were the creative one?
I would say I was fairly creative. My mother was also into all the arts. So I think by virtue of that, I would, I was exposed to it. But I really enjoyed dancing. So I danced. I mean, I took up dancing to a fairly serious level. But for the rest, I think I was very happy-go-lucky. I think somewhere around about the 12th grade, I got serious with studies. And I managed to do well. I got to college, and then kind of life took over. I mean, I did my post-graduation and I worked for a bit. But I think always I'm a fairly happy-go-lucky person. I'm not like very troubled by what happens in life.
Oh, that's lovely. But I read somewhere that you're very into pottery and ceramics. Are you?
I really enjoy ceramics. So when we lived in Spain, we lived in a very small town. And when I got married, there were only 800 people there.
Oh, wow.
In fact, we were the only Asians apart from one Chinese store that was there. So to learn Spanish and actually speak with people, I needed some way. So this was like a very nice way to actually start practicing the language. So I started, going for ceramic classes, and I actually started liking it a lot. And then I started realizing that Spain, very much like India, had its own ceramic traditions, which are very linked to India's ceramic traditions. And this was very interesting for me to learn.
Any piece that you still have in your house?
I mean, I did stuff. I don't know how beautiful they were, but I mean, I enjoyed doing it. I think most of it became flower pots and things like that. My mother kept a few of it very, very carefully.
So you're talking about Spain, you lived there for quite a bit. I love Spain. What did you love about the culture? Because I find Spanish people and Indian people are very similar. They're very family oriented. The way they pray and everything is very similar. What did you like about Spain?
Spain, I mean, when you first go there, I mean, this we are talking about almost 20 years back. the point was you had to know the language. And once you know the language, you can assimilate the culture. So I had to first learn the language, then I had to find a way of talking the language, and then becoming independent in this. So what I really liked about Spain is the people are very friendly. So if you are trying to speak the language, they're actually very nice about it. They're very friendly. And the people love to talk.
That's lovely. On the flip side, what did you miss about India?
I think the time when we went, I mean, you have to think of a time when there were no mobile phones,
Oh, okay.
internet was
Yeah.
just coming in. So it was a very different time. I mean, now I think if you lived anywhere in the world, you're not really disconnected from where you lived. I mean, you can be in constant contact with your family. So you have to imagine a time where, you know, the only form of contact was making telephone calls. Internet was just coming in. And then there was no television as such to see. I mean, there was no English programming which we had access to. So I would watch a lot of these BBC programs on how to learn English. And that was my way of listening to some English and learning Spanish. So I think that you miss this buzz of being in India. I think when you live in India, especially in Chennai, there is this constant buzz. I mean, somebody drops in, you go somewhere, you do something. This thing of constantly interacting with people goes away, especially when you live in a very small town, you know, in Europe. I think that I missed a lot.
But when you say that about Chennai, Chennai is truly an emotion. Like, no matter where you go, and when you come back, even after 16, 17 years, it's always home. Like you said, you will always bump into someone you know, or someone is always coming. What does Chennai mean to you?
I think Chennai means intrinsically who we are. I think it defines the kind of person we are. See, I mean, you can travel all over the world, but you come back home and that morning you drink that filter coffee and you can eat any cuisine. I mean, you can have the best of cuisines. You come home and that first meal of just tair sadam with, you know, one potato curry or a veta korma. I mean, literally, your body is just thanking you for it. And I think you can't describe that emotion in words or anything. It's just, you know, you're home. And more than anything, I think Chennai, though we do not have seasons like, winter, summer. I mean, we have 4 seasons of summer and some rain.
Yeah.
I think we are defined culturally by the seasons. Like if you say December, I mean, I think all of us can relate to the, you know, the season of Carnatic music and dance. And then the Sabha canteens. I mean, so we are very much defined by our culture. We are defined by the places that are there in Chennai. It's a very, it's a very art-loving crowd. So I think for us, Chennai is just home. I mean, we can travel everywhere, but when we come to Chennai, we know we are home.
That's true. What is your go-to food when you're in Chennai?
Chennai, I mean, we enjoy all kinds of cuisines, but I think just home cooked, simple rasam and beans curry or a potato roast and good tair sadam. I think that would be my go-to food.
That's a comfort food, no?
Yes, yes,
The tair
yes.
sadam and that potato roast.
Correct.
For me, it's dosa. I can have dosa for breakfast, lunch, dinner. Even snack time, if you give me dosa, I'm very happy. So I want to talk to you about a role of yours that I think I connect to is motherhood. Being in the chess world, there are mothers like Pragnananda's and Vaishali's mom, Naglakshmi, and Gukesh's mom, Padma. They play such a pivotal role in their children's journey. What do you think these women have in common? Like a common trait, what do you think it is?
I think, I can kind of relate to when my mother-in-law used to take care of Anand or travel with him. In the end, it's only a mother, I mean, wishing that the very best for their child and trying to see that the child is the best version of themselves. I think all of us as mothers, that's what we try. I think when they start playing chess, they start at a very young age. So, for instance, in Anand's case, I mean, he started traveling when he was in 4th grade, 5th grade. I mean, the era in which he traveled was very different. Again, you know, it was an era where you had to go by train to a certain place. You would stay somewhere. You would have to book trunk calls or ISD calls to be in touch with family. So I think for my mother-in-law, it must have been very difficult. She had 2 other children at home and my father-in-law was in the railways. So she would tell me many times, you know, especially when they traveled abroad, they would have a very small allowance, a foreign currency allowance. I mean, the laws in those days were very different. So they would always find some relative, and in 90% of the time, the relative was not very welcoming. But there was no choice. So they would go and just bunk in this relative's house, and she told me apparently in London they were in some relative's house, and that every day that mama would come back from office, the first thing he would ask my mother-in-law, na payyan inniki jeichitana. So my mother will say, jeichitan. And you could see that man was so sad, thinking, oh shit, another one more day the son is going to, the boy is going to be in my house. I mean, those days were very different. Nowadays, all the logistical issues are much easier to handle. But I think for a mother, what I think they worry most is that the child is missing out on a lot. I mean, they are achieving at such a high level, but it comes with so much of sacrifice. First is, I mean, the family sacrificing. So I think for a mother, it's always that thing, that thought when you go to sleep, will he be okay? Apart from that, I think you see that other children, your child's age is going to school, hanging out with friends, and here you're seeing your child work 18-hour days, 19-hour days. So are you pushing the child too much? Is the child okay? But I think in all these cases, you can see that the mother is the pivotal emotional support, I would say. I think even for Anand, my mother-in-law knew a lot about chess. My father-in-law didn't know anything. So my father-in-law would take care of the logistics and all that, but my mother-in-law was the emotional support. She would be with him, and she would travel with him. So I think both in Gukesh's and Pragnananda's case, I think the mother is the emotional anchor there.
Yeah, they always show, especially with Pragnananda's mom, who's standing there and seeing both her children.
I mean, for her, I mean, it must be a very, very proud moment.
And you can see that pride in her eyes. When you were talking, you said there's also a lot of sacrifice, especially to build that world for their children's journey. What do you think are the sacrifices that are not seen very often?
I mean, all the families, I can say even my in-laws, for instance, they try to not involve the child in the monetary sacrifices they go through. Because I remember my father-in-law telling me many times, he said, I was just a government servant. So many times, I think, okay, when you're 14, 15, it is almost, you don't really care. I mean, for my mother-in-law, it must have been such an emotional burden. She had 2 grown-up kids at home, and she had her husband, but she did this willingly. I don't know how many times she managed to do this, but each of Anand's tournaments would start like that. And there are tournaments, for instance, he has reached a round too late because they didn't get all the approvals, and still he played. So I think the point is, there are so many hidden sacrifices. Like there are many times, a child might not have played well in a tournament. He's worked so hard and he didn't play. So, I mean, all of us as mothers, we sit with our child when they're doing math, and you can see 3 + 2 is 5, but they'll write 32, they'll write 1, and that moment you feel...
Yeah.
So, I mean, then you can imagine, like my mother-in-law would tell many times, she says, "Ukkaandu paathin irukken. Obvious move. I mean, you can understand there is a frustration, but can you show the frustration to the child? Because the child itself has gone through so much. So I think only a mother can understand these nuances, but there are lots and lots of sacrifices. I mean, my father-in-law would say it was very difficult in the initial days. I mean, he was just a government servant, and he had 2 other children. They had to go through education. He had to get them married, settle them, but Anand was just a very, very gifted child from the beginning. So I think when you talk about any child who's accomplished it, you can see that, without the family sacrificing and one parent giving it at all, it never really happens.
It is true. That's what I remember a friend of mine and I were talking. She said, if you want your child to become something in sport, for example, she says one parent has to go and sit there.
Correct. I mean, one parent has to say, I'm going to do it. Like in Gukesh's case, it is his father. In Prag's case, it is his mother. And in Anand's case, it was his mother also. But I think I really feel very proud of my mother-in-law because she did it at a time when there were, it was not a thing to be a sporting mom or to be a chess mom. I mean, there was nothing called a chess mom. She would go and sit and poor thing, she would read all these Tamil magazines, or she will write Sri Ramajayam, and then she would do some knitting. I mean, nowadays you go sit, you take your mobile, you can entertain yourself for hours together. But imagine, she would go and sit, and she was a very strict vegetarian. So in many cases, when she traveled abroad, she would just eat slices of cucumber for breakfast, lunch and dinner. I mean, then you can imagine that she did all those sacrifices without, carrying a chip on her shoulder. I think that's very, very commendable.
That's true. There's this cricketer who played... he's a new guy, and his mum was my trainer in the gym, Usha. And now I saw her recently, her video. He was batting and she had the Hanuman this
Yeah.
Hanuman prayers going on, and she was like, I can't watch him bat. I'm getting too nervous. She was sitting and praying, and this is something my mom also says to me. She's like, there is no prayer like a mother's prayer. And she says, half your burdens will go with only them praying for you. It'll get you across the line. Be like, please, this lady needs to stop praying to me. And I understand where they're coming from now. But what is your philosophy of parenting?
I think to be a parent,
Mm-hmm.
especially in today's world, you need to be part friend, a part mentor, but at the same time, you can never forget that you are a parent. I mean,
Mhm.
you can be very friendly towards them. You can, understand their cultural references, everything, but you still have to parent. I mean,
Yeah.
that ultimate authority you have to keep, because I think the lines are getting much more blurred, but you have to maintain that authority. You should be able to tell them
Mhm.
bad and good, and still keep the respect and friendship.
That's true. No, you always want them to come to you no matter what.
Correct.
What is one thing your son has taught you that no other human being has ever taught you?
I think both Anand and me from Akhil, we have learned the importance of kindness. That
Mhm.
being kind, we take it to be so. We never think about it. But Akhil, many times I'll say, why did you talk to him, or why
Mhm.
this thing? And I will like, oh, why? He'll say, no, Amma, he was very kind to me. And I'll think, and many times he'll come and tell me, I like this subject. I want to do really well. I'll say, I mean, you should do well in all subjects. He says, no, the teacher is very kind to me. And I'll ask him, what is kindness? Oh, she treats me with respect, Amma. And then I realized that even for a child, you have to respect that child. I mean, the self-esteem of a child is so important, because sometimes, I mean, we think parenting has to be hard and strict, and sometimes, we might think that shaming the child will make them do better. But I think more and more with Akhil, we have realized that showing respect and kindness, I mean, much more magic happens.
But I truly think your son is wise beyond his years.
But I don't know.
I mean, no mother will say that. You're like, you come home and you see. But when did you realize he had that talent for art?
I mean, Akhil would make connections like beyond classrooms, and we would always wonder, in a very traditional schooling method, where does all this fit in? Like, he would, he would learn something in science, and he would make a very different kind of a drawing about it. He would connect it to Indian art. Like, he would take the constellation and make it into a worldly painting. Like, when he was very small, if we took him to the playground, he would, make very uh, detailed drawings on the sand. And with a stick, he would, like Christmas parties, he was not very interested in, Santa Claus coming and all. But he would draw Santa Claus coming, and, with an aerial view, and all kinds of things would be there. So kind of we thought, okay, maybe art. And like all mothers, at a certain age, we expose them to like tons of activities, hoping something will stick. And he was very interested in art, and he always looked at it differently, and he was very interested in learning. So I mean, you taught him something, he would take it up very quickly. And I think sometime during the pandemic, I think when all of us were like desperate to keep them occupied, he did a lot of online classes with local artists. I mean, artists from Bihar, artists from Bengal. And I think this was very nice for him, because he was like in 4th standard, 5th standard, and this artist would come online, teach him. And, he would be sitting with, all these great coloring books and, 10 felt pens. And the artist on the other side, he's sitting in his house. There is a wife, there is a child, and they're all involved in that art. Many times the current will go, the current will come, and sometimes they'll use a torchlight to teach. But Akhil was learning, and there was no language they would speak, because there was no common language. And I think that was very important for him, I would say, as a life lesson, to think that sometimes you are entitled, but you should have gratitude. But at the same time, you should understand how people live and why do they live like that, and life's purpose. So this was very nice. Then we took him to a village near Calcutta to show him Kalighat art, because we're very interested in that art form. And I think there's something clicked in his head, and he started experimenting more and more with these Indian art techniques. And then he seemed to evolve a style of his own. And then his art teacher at that time, Diana Satish, said, why don't we give him a purpose and see what he comes up with. And then he started connecting math and patterns and art, and we suddenly realized he had lots of ideas coming in, and we, kind of worked on it, and he was able to then put it together on canvas.
But he's amazing. Like when I saw his art first, I didn't realize he was only 14 years old. And I was like, wow. So, but as a parent, even when you're encouraging it, you want to guide them, but you also want them to find their own path. How did you balance that out?
I think it many times, like he will tell me, Amma, sit here, Amma, help me. And I'll tell him, actually, I am not qualified to help you anymore because you are at a level much higher than I can imagine. But the whole point is, in the end, the child needs the mother. So I, like many times Anand will say, it doesn't matter what you do, but is that you are sitting there. And sometimes I'll ask Akhil, do I have permission to at least breathe? Because he'll say, Amma, don't look at your phone, you get distracted. It's like, okay, what should I do? Can I at least breathe? Say, yes, you can breathe, but without disturbing me. So I mean, I think in the end, he's just a teenager asking for, things that teenagers ask for. But he's also a child who wants his mother there. But many times, like now he's doing his exams, like day before yesterday in the night, I thought he was coming to sleep. And I was like, night you should sleep, you have exams, TV paaka kudadu during exams, or teriyada. And then I like, badale var, like normally by now I would have got 2-3 grunts. And I like quietly went to his room, and you can see he had a wildlife journal open and he's busily drawing. And he was like literally pouring himself into that canvas. And so I said, I mean, your exam preparation is going much better than I thought. And I think sit and finish it, because I mean, it seems to be that it's coming from the heart for you. And for him, it is just an expression of who he is, and it's just an extension of himself. And when he draws animals, like Anand always says, is when I see Akhil's animals, there's a certain kindness to it. And maybe in a way, he's trying to project himself, or he's trying to express something he wants to express to the world, because he's very fond of wildlife also. And I mean, that it comes so naturally to him is, I mean, a partly God-given gift, but I think also the child works very hard at it. And like Anand says, if you're passionate about something, you'll always work hard at it. And I think maybe there, like what chess was to Anand, maybe art is to Akhil.
That's true, no? When you're really passionate, it doesn't seem like work.
Correct.
Because you're so into it. But when you see his paintings, can you judge the mood he is in?
Generally, when Akhil is painting, he's very absorbed in his work, and he's fairly methodical. So he has his drafts and he has his resources. I mean, he knows what he's aiming for, and sometimes when it doesn't come, he does get upset, he does get angry, but always I find that he goes back and he keeps trying. And like many times I'll say, in the kaal konjam konala irukda, kannu konjam konala irukku, and then he will go back and correct it until he's okay, he doesn't let go. And I think, whether he becomes an artist in his as a career or as a profession, I think so many skills that he has learned because of that would always stay with him. But I think when he's painting, he's just very, very happy. I would just say that it is, for him, it's just happiness.
That's lovely, But being his father's son, I'm sure people are like, oh, he has to be in their mind, they've already decided he's going to be the next chess player. But have you ever put that pressure on him saying, you need to play chess? Or have you been like, no, chess, well, I'll just leave it?
I would not say that we didn't say that, you should not know chess. I mean, very funnily, I remember when I was pregnant with Akhil, I was waiting for my doctor's appointment, and one lady came to me. I mean, she said, you're Anand's wife and all. I said, yeah. குழந்தைக்கு வந்து செஸ் இது பண்ணேன். So I'm not yet delivered. So இல்லை இப்போவே ஆரம்பிங்க. Thinking, I'm barely able to sit and stand. I can't be bothered. But I mean, we can't engineer a child's life like that. I think that's very cruel. In fact, I think what I feel really proud about Akhil, he never felt that he had to be his father's son to think that that would be his worth. I think very, very quickly he established, this is who I am. And many times people will say, will you do this shirt, and, like Anand then you. And many times Akhil will say, I don't want to do it. And I'll say, you should not. I mean, don't feel that you have to do something because you'll get, your father's son. If you feel up to it, do it. I mean, you can't do away with the fact that you have a famous father, but the achievement and the credit should come to your talent and not to the, because that you were born in a certain family. I mean, he plays chess. In fact, he plays chess a lot. He plays a lot online. He's very interested in puzzle solving. So very quickly, Anand and me, we came to the conclusion that the skills that chess teaches someone, he's got. I mean, these critical thinking skills or problem solving skills, and he really enjoys it. He likes watching, chess videos online or streamers online, and he has his own hot favorites. And like sometimes he'll say, "Idha paakriyada?" He'll say. Then we realize, I mean, as a teenager, he's looking at chess very differently than how we might engage with it. Sometimes he look at videos of Anand and then he will say, Appa, in this video, you could have said this, you could have said that, which is very sweet. I think in the end, all parents want to share their lives with their children and vice versa. So I think that way we are very happy. But I don't think I would have pushed him towards competing in chess unless I would have felt that it came from him, because I think the burden on the child would be just too much for no fault of his. I mean, for absolutely no fault of his, he would have had to start at a level much higher than that would have been humanly possible. And secondly, I think Chennai is, whether it's proudly the chess capital of the world. Then you can imagine the competition that is happening in Chennai. I mean, you have children who are 8 years and 10 years winning world championship medals, and the sacrifice that those families and those children are putting in. I mean, clearly they have realized chess is their calling and they're willing to do that. I don't think as a mother I would force it on my child unless it came from him. And I don't think Akhil is that kind of a child also. I don't think he's someone who's fiercely competitive or, he loves competition. I think he's a bit of he wants to do really well. I mean, he's like, it has to be great and it has to be perfect. But I don't think he's one of these very competitive kids. I mean, he would be very happy if the next person did well and this one did well and he did well also and everybody was happy. I don't see him as a very competitive kid. So I don't think he would have enjoyed it also. And when he was, when art became his thing, in fact, we were very, very happy that he decided that this is what I'm going to do and this is what I'm standing for, which I think takes a lot of courage. And that I always keep telling him, if you can think different, continue doing that. Don't feel that you have to suddenly change to, think because somebody else told you to think in a certain way.
That's very nice. I mean, I think if he decided to go into chess, the pressure that he would have had to deal with, I see this when I see Sachin Tendulkar's son playing cricket. I'm like, no matter how good that boy is, he's always going to get compared to his son, to his father. And those are huge shoes to fill.
Exactly. I mean, it's very wrong. I mean, in the end, each person is different. Just because your mother's a great actress, they can't assume that you're going to top it. I mean, each one to their own, and I think that's beautiful that each one finds something that is unique to them, and they keep that uniqueness. I mean, like I remember when Anand was, just become a grandmaster or something. There was an article in a newspaper. One of India's leading newspapers, which said it's such a waste that Anand will take to chess and that he's become India's first grandmaster. Imagine if he had used his brains to join engineering and solve problems. I mean, sure, we all want to solve life's problems, but can you imagine that people think that, you need to be an engineer to achieve success or achieve accomplishment. And I mean, now that has changed quite a lot. I mean, there are so many new careers coming in, but this thing of you have to do a certain thing to be a certain person, I think it's just a very cruel way of looking at life. Each one, I mean, then you never have had a Vishwanathan Anand, and then imagine now we have 90 grandmasters. That would have never happened.
That's so true. I think society is catching up, but they still are tied to that conventional job, conventional success. So when your son decided to go into the art side, were you skeptical in the way, like how you said your mother-in-law always worried about her son saying, would he make it? What will happen if he doesn't? Have you ever wondered or thought about that?
I mean, I keep telling Akhil, you're only 14, so don't make a decision whether you want to be an artist or don't want to be an artist. Enjoy the journey. I mean, you have 4 years of school left. Enjoy those 4 years. And then when you get to university, make your choices, because then you might not have so much of time to manipulate. I mean, now we are at a school where the school is very happy to support him and they are allowing him to, take up art and, do a lot with it. when you get to university, you might not get these kind of opportunities.
Mhm.
And why make the decision now? Wait for another 2 years, see where your interest like. Clearly, he's interested in a lot of things. So I said, don't close doors. Enjoy the journey. I don't know what he will do, and it is not my job to tell him. But knowing Akhil, whatever he does with an intensity and passion. So whatever he chooses, I hope that he would keep these skills of intensity and passion, and then if he does that, I'm sure he's going to be okay. But there are so many new careers. I mean, he talks about environmental law, environmental
Wow.
design. I mean, in our times, I mean, we had like medicine, engineering, commerce, and then liberal arts. Now it's all kind of blurred. You can do this and that. You don't have to choose. So I think, I mean, why I don't want to be the one choosing or restricting him. I mean, he might surprise us in some way.
It's interesting you spoke about schools. I just want to go back on that. When there are a lot of parents who are set on, I want my child to study in a particular school, but I don't know if this extracurricular that they're interested can be pursued because then the school might not accept it. How important as a parent should we be to be open-minded towards our educational systems, especially when you know the child has something like a talent that nobody else has?
I think in the end, there is, you have to put your child in a school that works for that child. I mean, I'm sure there are great schools, but you have to choose a school that works for your child. And in Akhil's case, we understand that art is a big part of his life currently, and a lot of things he's learning because of art. I mean, there are so many skills he's learning, so many interests he has developed. I mean, he's very closely involved with wildlife, animals, and all that is coming because of a medium called art. And that the school is saying, hey, you're doing this, let's see what more we can do with you. I think it does so much for a child's self-esteem. That, see, as mothers and fathers, you draw one mountain and a sun, we are going to say, hey, that's awesome, we are going to put it in our drawing room. I mean,
Yeah.
though we will always be there. I mean, when you get external validation from your peer group or from your school, I think that works much more than just what the parents might say. And here I think Akhil has been very lucky. I mean, he's in a school called Beyond 8. So he's, I mean, from ninth grade, he's just joined. And they find lots of opportunities for him where he's able to work with art, showcase his art, I mean, sell his art. And I think that's really nice, because when the child comes in back to the classroom to study, you have a child who's actually very motivated to learn, because the child is not thinking, oh, I'm sitting in a place, nobody really cares who I am. I think that has really worked a lot in his favor.
And it also must have boosted his confidence,
A lot. I mean, he's much. I think what's beautiful is he's taking responsibility for what he does. I mean, his art, whether people say it's nice or not nice, but he takes responsibility for it. He says, this is my art and this is how I express myself. And I think that's beautiful, that he doesn't think he has to draw or paint because someone else thinks that's beautiful. I mean, I think that's where all the beauty lies.
That's true. Instead of that external validation, he's happy with what he is doing. That's important. Do you see yourself or Anand in him, or is he a completely different person?
No, he's completely my Anand.
Oh yeah?
I tell Anand, I gave birth to exactly my husband. Both are very similar in the sense they are both lost in what they do. They see a lot of beauty in what they do. And they are very happy human beings. I mean, for them, this din of daily life doesn't trouble them. Anand, on the other hand, will forget everything that I told him. Akhil never forgets anything. So that's the only difference that sets them apart. Akhil can tell me, if he sees this dress, he will say, last time you wore it on this day, but that day you didn't wear this bottu amma, today you're wearing this. Where did you go? Everything. And then 2 years later, he will remember all this. Anand, I told him in the morning where I'm going. I'm sure in the afternoon he'll say, oh, you went somewhere. I didn't know that. That's the only difference. But otherwise, they are very similar. Even physically, they are very similar looking. They're like two peas in a pod.
That's so cute. I think for a mother, when the child doesn't have similarities of her, no, you're like, avlo kashtapatte.
Like when Akhil was very small, no, he was like one complete motamande. And his face was like round. So many times I would, tell my mother-in-law, Ratri, it's like a halo you can see, like a Vengalapan, it shines in the night. My mother-in-law will always say, "Unak ivlo mudi irke ma, ye avanakku varala." I said, what can I do? It's not like somebody asked me what, like a menu, what shall we give? So, but the moment he was born and within like 1 or 2 years, everybody realized he looked just like Anand. And my mother, every time my mother-in-law will say, Anand Mariye irukkan, Anand Mariye panna. My mother would, with great difficulty try and find something that the child did that resembled me in some way. But I think he's more Anand than me.
I saw your husband speaking in an interview. He's like, my wife will say all the bad qualities are from me, all the good qualities are from her.
I would say, Anand does have good qualities also, but
Yeah.
lot of it is Anand. I think the way they approach the world, this thing of seeing the goodness in people, I am the opposite. I will see only badness and I will try to manipulate situations. Both of them can't do all that. Like by the time I convince Akhil, it is, just make an excuse and convince him that it is okay. Then he'll ask me, Ma, what you're saying is morally right. And I'll say, Parvalada, ni poye sollada, nane solli tholikkuren. So, I mean, both of them are very similar in that way.
Okay.
But they're very happy in their lives. I mean, it's not like, they worry about, morning till the milkman come and things like that. They're very happy. Milk or something else. Very happy. But Akhil is much more, he's aware what is happening. Like, if I don't make his breakfast, he will go and make it himself. Whereas Anand, I leave him on a chair and go, and I come back after 3 years, he's still sitting on the chair waiting for me to say, breakfast is there. So I think that is the difference between both of them, but otherwise they are. Like many times when I'm going out, I'll tell Akhil, nee edad pandrena appakkum kudenda pavu, and I'll go. So he'll say, Appa, come, I've made, you can share it with me. So I think otherwise they're just very similar people.
That's so lovely.
Even the music they listen is very similar. So
What do they listen to?
Akhil listens to a lot of the 80s, 90s, so a lot of Sting, U2, Police. So for us, it was like a great, going back to our youth.
Yeah.
Like, though my son, he just can't understand that, his mother was actually young. So that day, Anand showed some pictures of me from school and college. He says, I cannot accept all this. It is just, don't even show it to me. I said, why? What the hell? He says, no, I can't imagine you being cool. I said, why? What does it do to you? I'm cool. What is your problem? I was like, then I said, you think that you were born and coolness was invented only when you came along. I said, in our times, we were also cool. We also did cool stuff and we were considered cool. He says, no, I don't want to have these conversations. So mostly, I think he likes a lot of these 90s. He used to like Queen and Sinatra at one point, and then it moved on. Though some of his choice is very dubious. This Katy Perry and all that we find a little dubious. But by and large, we listen to the same kind of music.
I feel like he's like the old soul when you talk about it. I've noticed you talk quite a bit about your mother-in-law. What was your relationship like with her?
So I think she was a very, very intelligent woman, but maybe if she tried playing chess on her own, she could have even been a good level club player. But I mean, the opportunities at that time. But towards the end, we became very close. I mean, we were quite friendly and we would, talk to each other a lot. She would come home a lot and she was always very curious about, how Anand lived and everything. But if Anand played a tournament and the moment it finished, within 5 minutes, if he didn't call his mother, I would always tell him, look up, there might be helicopters in the sky. So I think for her, Anand was just everything. I mean, she had 2 other children, but they were much older. And she did so many things with Anand. Imagine they were living in the Philippines and she would wear a swimming costume and get into the pool with him and so that he would swim. And so I think she reinvented herself after having 2 kids, at a time when society was very different, and it must have not been easy for her.
I'm sure.
And I remember, Anand once told me that, he was studying in the Philippines, and over there, it was very common to wear a capri pant and a sleeveless top. Everybody wore it. So she went one day to pick him up in school, and he told her, please don't embarrass me like this. If you're coming, you wear a sari, otherwise don't come to school. And Anand says, now when I think about it, I almost cringe. But when you are a young boy, I mean, you want to protect your mother. Like even my son, many times he'll say, Amma, if you're going out, don't wear that. I think it's a very, very sweet feeling, and unless you are a mother, you cannot appreciate it. And I think now I appreciate her a lot more than maybe I did many years back.
It's so true about the sons thing. My son said that to me. I was going for PTA and he's like, please don't come in sari, amma. Please, you come in pants. All the ammas are dressed. Please don't come in sari. Please don't come in your gym clothes. I'm like, why, da? No, it's very embarrassing. Amma, you're looking very cringe. I'm like, what do you mean I look very cringe? He's like, no, all the ammas are coming dressed. Please come properly.
No, like many times my husband, if I dress and come out, no, my husband will not even bat an eyelid. Akhil will come, he'll look at me. I said, oh, now do I have permission to leave? That means like you're not going to embarrass yourself. You can leave now.
He's
So,
giving me a stamp of
yeah,
approval.
it's like the master is approved. So we call him the boss baby. So once boss baby says yes, I can go along with my life.
Now I want to talk to you about Anand. In an interview, you said your marriage was like a catalog marriage. I want you to tell me about it.
I think it was a very European term that they added. I mean, for them, this thing of, families getting together. I mean, again, I don't think in India, these things are now common. At least I think they've changed quite a lot. It was, I mean, somebody who my parents knew was distantly related to Anand and told my mother like this, they're looking for a girl. Why don't you, give Arjuna's horoscope? And so it was basically the families got together. They did all this. And then they had this typical ponnu paakara thing. So, I mean, at that point, I had just started working in advertising. So I was all about, you have to be a rebel and you have to. So I told my mother, I don't believe in all this. So my mother is, she's just full Indian mother. I gave birth to you, you were a cesarean. They cut open my stomach. I was in a hospital for 10 days. And I made you do this. I made you do that. I sent you to study all this. So I said, okay, cut to the chase and what do I need to do? She said, he's coming. Of course you can say no. I mean, by that logic, I understood that no was not really possible, but okay, it has to be something really bad that you will be allowed to say no. And so I said, okay, all this ponnu paakara is fine. One condition, I'm not wearing sari, I'm not wearing jewelry. I will wear what I wear and I will be who I am. So my mother said, all that is fine. On one condition, you shut your mouth and sit down. I said, okay, works well for me. So then Anand came and he was very simply dressed. I mean, when he walked in, I could see my brother and my father had already mentally decided, oh, this is the one. And he came and sat and my mother had made all this soji bhaji, all this thing, and she offered it to Anand. And like very casually, my mother said, would you like another cup of coffee? I mean, we normally ask. And Anand very surusurpa said, of course, mommy, I would like another cup. Then my mother, she looked at me and I knew, okay, the deal was over and now I had to marry him. She said, "Oru nimsham ulla va," and I knew what was coming. So I went inside. She said, "Enna pandriyo theriyala, ivana dhaan nee kalyanam pannikana." I said, why? Because he asked for one cup of coffee. No, you are missing the point. What a straightforward child. What honesty, blah, blah, blue, blue. I said, now you want me to marry him? I will think about it. I'm not saying no. Then my mother and Anand's father, they engineered, moments where we could meet and we would be taken to a place to eat and then we had to go back home. So these dinners would last about 20 minutes. They had nothing to say to each other. And then, so one day Anand, like, I don't know, like height of romance, I don't know what got into him. He said, I would like to take you to the beach for a walk. So we had a very old chauffeur at that time who had been, with my father for many years. So he turned around and he told Anand, உங்களை பார்த்தா ஒரு நல்ல ஃபேமிலி பாயாக இருக்கீங்க சார். வழக்கி ஏற்றின அப்புறம் இந்த மாதிரி யங் கேர்ள்ஸ் எல்லாம் கூட்டிட்டு பீச்சுக்கு போகக்கூடாது. லைக் ஆனந்த் said, okay, but I'm going to marry her. I mean, it's not like I'm dragging some this thing. வேணா போங்க சார், ஒரு 5 நிமிஷம் நடந்துட்டு காரில் ஏறினுங்க, நான் உங்களை வீட்டில் கூண்டு வச்சுட்றேன் சார். ஆனந்த் said, I mean, the height of my romance was quashed by that old man. And I remember he would, again, those days, he would call me from a tournament or something like that. And my father said, when he calls, you should also reciprocate. So one day I was taken to my father's office to make this ISD call and called him, great fanfare, and everybody watching me while I spoke. So I called Anand. I said, my mother told I had to call you. So how are you doing? He said, don't call. Every time you call, I'm losing. Please don't call again. So I turned around. I told my father, don't make me do this again. Apparently, he's losing every time I call. So let's finish this. So I think we were not having great romantic expectations when we got married. And to top it all, we didn't have an honeymoon. So the third day after we got married, we went to a chess tournament. And I had never traveled abroad in my life. I had never seen a chess tournament in my life.
Hmm.
So I go to this chess tournament, and many people thought I was a child bride because I was like fairly tiny compared to the the average European size. And I would go there and I would sit in this auditorium. It was so dark and so comfortable. I would just sleep. And then I would wake up suddenly and I would see that, they are clapping and Anand has left the stage. I was thinking, I don't even know what this man did. If somebody says, what did your husband do? I don't even know. Did he win? Did he lose? I mean, I have no way of finding out. Now, I mean, you go on to the internet, you see in real time, everything is there. So I would tell Anand, after your game, I will go wait in the ladies' room. When you finish, you come there. You first tell me whether you won or lost, then I'll come out of the bathroom. So Anand said, if I stand outside a ladies' room, do you know how it makes me seem? And then we came to an agreement saying it didn't matter what he did. And, I think that was like the first, my test of fire, so as to say, in the chess world.
I love your stories. I love the way you say it, that I feel like I was a part, like one fly on the wall. But after so many years, what do you think has been that foundation of such a strong marriage?
I think it is basically trust. Over the years, I think Anand trusts a lot with me, and sometimes I don't know if I'll reciprocate that trust. I mean, you have to be a trusting person. To be a trusting person, the other person has to live up to the trust, but you should also learn to let go. And I think Anand has been very, I wouldn't say magnanimous, but very supportive in that way. He's given me that trust, and many things he would make me take the decision on his behalf, which I think is a very big thing, and only a wife can do that. I mean, because you understand your husband and you take that decision based on his emotions, not only based on whether it was financially or otherwise viable. So I think trust, I would say. I mean, especially that that they have such stressful careers where they travel a lot, there's a lot at stake, that you can base your marriage on trust. I think that is the most important thing.
That's so true. A lot of people don't understand this, especially when you're in sports, there are good days, there are bad days, and the brunt is usually borne by the spouse. How do you prepare yourself for that?
I mean, every time Anand loses, it's horrible. The first thing, I mean, now I don't travel with him so much, but in the days I used to travel, the first thing I know that I'm not going to get dinner that night. I was like, I'm going to be full patni and barely I'll be allowed to sleep. But more than anything, when you watch, especially in chess, I mean, in cricket and all, you hit one stroke, maybe it goes out, you get caught. I mean, it's over very quickly.
Yeah.
In chess, sometimes it doesn't get over so quickly. You are in a bad position, and maybe you play almost 6 hours with that position, trying to salvage what you can. And sometimes you are lucky, sometimes you salvage it, and sometimes you lose. And then at the end of 7 hours, you lose a game. I think it's very painful to watch as a spouse. You literally are watching your husband suffer in real time. And I think it's a very, very horrible feeling. And the first thing Anand will say when he comes out of the game, he will not say, I played badly, or, he'll say, sorry, ma, tappu pannite. And at that moment, you really feel almost, you want that moment to go away. You feel more about how he's feeling than how you are feeling. And I think it's very, very difficult to explain. And even at this stage when he loses, I mean, now maybe it doesn't affect so much because you're at a different stage in your career, but it still stings. And for Anand, especially a game like chess, you can't just take it out of your head, because when you come back and you check it with the computer, you find there were finite moments, there were finite moves that you could have changed. And now that you have that information, it becomes more difficult to live with yourself. And it's very difficult, like I said, then to bring him back to play the next day. I mean, some choice Tamil words are exchanged, or some very affectionate Tamil words could be exchanged also. But somehow you have to get him back the next day, and you do whatever is needed. And I mean, sometimes he might himself be ready, and sometimes, like I remember once in Argentina, he was there, and the tournament was going so well. I mean, playing so well. Then he goes and loses, and you always lose against people you don't want to lose against. Something about them you hate. I mean, their face, it could be even their wife. I mean, something, you look at that wife, you think, she's gloating about it, and I have to sit and take it now. And I remember he came back, and I was so angry. It's like everything was going well, and he started this polambal, and I got really angry. I said, if you want to stay in this room, I want you to do 50 push-ups. Otherwise, I'm going to lock the door and send you out. And the poor man, he did 50 push-ups. And when his second came in, he said, what the hell is happening? I said, this is called a marriage and this is how it works. But sometimes, you have to do stuff that, gets them back on track. I mean, now we sit and think, laugh about it.
Yeah.
At that time, it was not funny. But again, I guess if you trust each other, once in a while you can do this stuff and you still know that you love each other at the end of the day.
So, I completely understand this. When Mithun's IPL auction would come, I would dread it. I'm like, oh my God, if this fellow doesn't get picked, that's it. Mithun is a person, like, if he doesn't get picked, he'll just go into this cocoon. And to get him out of it, he will sulk, he will not talk to you. You'll feel like you're walking on eggshells.
Eggshells, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, so I've been dreading the number of prayers. But when he said he was retiring, I was like, Habba!
Yeah. No, but also I guess even Anand, he internalizes a lot of his emotions and very rarely it will come out. I mean, he has a temper from time to time, but in my family, I'm the short-tempered one. I mean, I'm the one who can scream. If I scream, I know these two will just freeze. But sometimes it does come out and it comes out in other areas where you don't want it to come out. So I think for Anand, but over the years, he has found strategies that work for him. And for him, fitness is a big, tool. So when he's very stressed, he will just go to the gym and, exercise till he feels really tired so that he can just come back and sleep. And then your mind is just fresher for the next day's game. But sometimes it's not easy. So you have to make him do those 50 push-ups.
So he stopped walking and now he goes to the gym?
He goes to the gym, but he's fairly disciplined about his, exercise and everything. I'm the one who's not so disciplined.
I wanted to ask you this. When being who he is, you must take a lot of pressure on your shoulders as well, to make sure it doesn't affect him and that he goes to his game without it disturbing him or his mental state. How do you cocoon him from world's reality?
Generally, I mean, when he was playing the World Championships, my one rule is just stop all kinds of communication. I mean, you communicate only with your team of seconds at all times. No external communication. I mean, however enticing it may be, you don't open. Even mails from your parents, your sister, because you never know who's going to give you that one word or that one information that will trigger. I mean, because there'll be lots of rumors floating. I mean, now if you're sitting in Chennai following Anand's match somewhere else, as Anand's mother will say, "Ayyo, idu sonnale Anandak theriyuma," and then maybe it's better that he doesn't know about it. So the thing is, you don't. And Anand has realized that there's one cardinal rule: don't ask, don't tell. So if he asks, I was not going to tell anyway. So to keep his respect, it's better he doesn't ask. So that is like the unwritten rule. So whatever I do, he doesn't question me. And whatever, I mean, during championships and tournaments, he will test my patience to the maximum. And he always knows the last day when it is over, it's like hell will be let loose. So it's either, sometimes he'll say, that's why I play so many chess tournaments, because I know, I mean, I'm treated like literally like a baby during those days. I mean, my clothes are laid out. I mean, I don't have to worry about a single thing. But the day it's over, it's like, on this day you said this, on that day you said that, and this is how I'm going to take my revenge on you, like, and give it back. But the thing is, their careers are very difficult, and sports people, their careers are not very linear. It can go up and down, when the ups are always very enjoyable, but the downs are very difficult to take, because, I mean, you don't know when it's going to turn around again.
I completely agree. I know how that feels. Oh man, I can't tell you, when he said he was retiring, I think my age came back to its normal age, because I think I had aged 20 years when he was playing.
I keep telling Akhil that. He says, I always tell, ஒரு revision வந்தேன்னா இந்த side எல்லாம் வெள்ளையா இருந்து அந்த சைடும் வெள்ளையாயிடும்டா. When you pass out of school, your first salary check is my beautification.
Recently, in my previous interview, I was asking the dermatologist, I'm like, my hair has become fully grey. What do I do? She's like, no, you have to cut out stress in your life. I said, that means I have to throw everyone out of my house. Can my hair become black again? She's like, no.
No, for me, very strangely, I'm greying only on one side of my, on one side. So I keep telling Anand, very strange, only on this side I'm getting. He says, maybe, you've been using only this side of your brain, and at some point you should maybe start using the other side also.
Like Indira Gandhi. But tell me, after so many years, what is that one marriage advice you would give new couples?
I think you should not, live for visual optics or have too many expectations. I mean, it's not like you come into a marriage and you expect this from your husband and he expects this. You're always going to feel disappointed. I think when I got married, I was just happy. Okay, my parents are like saying, "Oh, marry this man, marry this man." Apparently, the horoscopes were a great match and everything. Both Anand and me, we thought we'll get married and figure it out. It was not like, we thought this is how our marriage should be. So I think not from day one I was managing his career or, he was listening to every word I said. I think it took us that 1.5 years of, everything, and we kind of found our way. I would say even now it's not like we have one winning strategy. Okay, we know we, just do this and we are the couple of the year. I mean, we still fight, we still this thing. But the thing is, in a way you start becoming like each other. Many things that maybe in the first year of marriage I want this and you should do it that way. Anand is doing it and now I'm doing a lot of the stuff he's doing. So I think over the years you live with each other, you just know each other a lot, and you let a lot of the things pass, all of the the small things. And if you're angry, I think even if you express it, you understand it has no bearing on the long-term relationship. But I think the important thing is you should just learn to figure out stuff. I think when our mothers and grandmothers got married, they didn't come into a marriage knowing, okay, there are 10 people in the household and what do I need to do? I mean, they came and they figured it out. And I think they had it much tougher than us. I mean, there was so much societal obligations on them. And I think each generation is trying to do better than the previous. And I think for me, I really feel I didn't feel compelled to be a certain kind of person. And I think that's why it was much easier for me.
Talking about love, do you think love evolves or do we grow and love follows that?
I think a bit of both. I think the way you might have loved each other in the first year of marriage is very different after 30 years. But what is love? I mean, for me, like Anand and me, when he gets up in the morning, the first person he talks to is me. And sometimes I'm cooking and I'm like, and then he'll say, what are you doing? I say, I'm talchu cutting rasam, please wait. The thing is, I don't have to pretend, and maybe that is love, that you can, but at the same time, you do things for each other, you do surprise each other. So it is also a learning process. Like, I remember when, once Anand had ordered this excellent chocolate cake for me, and as a surprise for my birthday. And of course, he forgot to pay for it. I mean, he ordered it, everything. So, like on my birthday, I get a call from this bakery and they say, so-and-so's ordered a cake. And he gave my phone number. This was even better. So, this woman calls and says, I said, oh, really, very nice. I said, oh, then they said, madam, cake la vandu enna icing podano? I said, happy birthday to the most beautiful, charming, accomplished person. Like they put it. And I said, they said, fine, madam. Some days to go to pay. So I said, okay, I'll come. So I went and paid for it and I got the cake back and we cut it. And I told Anand, oh, very nice surprise, but you could have paid for the cake. He said, oh shit, I went there, but I forgot my wallet and I didn't know what to do. So my point is, there was love and that is enough. Now, if I'm going to say, oh, you should have paid for it, you should have taken your wallet. Okay. I think that's a nice leverage to have when you're angry about something else. You can just throw it into the fight, but that does not define love.
That's a lovely way of putting it. Has there been any incident with your husband where you're like, oh my God, this is so Anand? After so many years, you're like, some incident, you're like, outside Pata, they're saying you're intellectual chess player. At home, when you see him, you're like, how do these two characters match?
I mean, almost every day with Anand. I mean, there are many things he would do. Like many times he would take the wrong suitcase for a flight.
Sorry.
This happens. I mean, this is normal. And many times he would have reached and he'll call me and he'll say, I've left my iPad at security. Call Bombay Airport. My iPad is at security. This, that. Then I would have, written in some website, this one and identified it with rose gold covering this, that. And 3 hours later, he'll say, it was in my, this thing only. I forgot to see properly. I mean, this is like almost every other trip this happens. Another thing is like he will forget to bring stuff back. All this is very common with Anand. And like many times I would have said, I'm going out, here is the food, please eat it. And when I come back, I'll say, you didn't eat anything? He said, oh, that is why you had left it there. I said, what did you eat? He said, I ate cereals. Like, I got up and I cooked for you and I left it and went, you didn't think? He said, yeah, you told me, but I was scared to touch which food was mine. Whereas Akhil would have just bravely opened and eaten everything and not worried a wee bit about, he would have just eaten what he thought he should eat. Anand is like, now he's much better at it, but he, even, every time he travels and comes back, one shirt will be left behind, one watch will be left behind. I mean, there are so many hotel rooms that have Anand's watches and rings. I mean, it's like a mini business must be have started.
When did you realize that you had to step in and be the manager?
In 1997, Anand was playing a tournament. I mean, it was like a knockout tournament, and the winner would go on to play the world champion.
Okay.
I mean, it was politically very unfair. I mean, there was a lot of things that were not working. I mean, the chess world was a very different place at that time. So Anand played in this tournament and he won that thing. And in 2 days, we had to be in Switzerland to play the finals. The thing is, I mean, it was 1997, so a lot of things had to happen in 2 days, and it was 30th of December when whole of Europe is shut down for the New Year. So at that point, I mean, the man had played a 27-day tournament and he was just physically exhausted. So I said, okay, why don't you think about the chess and why don't I work on everything else? So kind of that's where it started, and we realized that it was a good working arrangement. But also because I think Anand, I mean, he's very quick on the chessboard. I mean, he can remember 3 million games on the chessboard, but there are other issues that apart from the chessboard where like many times important contracts, you give him any sheet of paper, he will take it, he'll fold it into 8, put it in his pocket and he'll walk away. So in the laundry, we'll find very important contracts coming out, money, we'll find, chess preparation, all. You just give him anything, he'll fold it, put it in his pocket. So I thought, I mean, for safety's sake and for prudency, I thought, it would be nice that somebody else handled it and he concentrated on his chess.
That was smart though.
I mean, it's just a matter of survival it was.
But do lines blur between being a manager, wife, or does it just flow naturally?
I think it has a lot of advantages because, I mean, it's not like if you work for a boss, I mean, the boss can be mean to you, the boss can fire you, the boss can say you have to work overnight. Here, the boss doesn't get a say in anything. But I think more than anything else, many decisions you take emotionally, that are emotionally right. Whereas if you're in a business relationship, decisions are taken only commercially. Like many times, like again to go back to the world championship matches, there were many decisions I had to take which if I had discussed with Anand, I'm sure he would have not felt comfortable taking those decisions or it would have made him worry a lot. But I was able to do it and it worked out well. If it was some other way, I would not have been able to take those decisions. And many times if I give Anand, I'll say, I've looked at the contract sign, he will not even look, he'll just sign. And I'll say, sometimes I can just give you anything and you'll sign. He says, no, I trust you. And he says, anyway, since you know where everything is, that's why I want to be married to you. So I guess, again, it comes back to trust. But more than anything, I would say being a manager, sometimes it puts a lot of trust and you have to be on the right side of ethics, right side of everything you're doing.
But as a manager, are you a person who delegates or you have to do everything by yourself?
I mean, I don't mind doing it myself. I think life has gotten much easier. You have one phone, you control the world through that phone. Like many times Anand will say, why don't I get you a new phone? I said, no, don't get me a new phone because I don't know what's in this phone. Because if I don't know what's in this phone and you start transferring stuff, I don't know what is it I'm missing. Whereas he's very disorganized in everything. But with relation to information and chess, he's highly organized. And I'm exactly the opposite. I mean, I'll have some 3,000 photos in my phone and 1,000 photos might be of the same thing. I mean, maybe one medicine label that I was not able to read, I would have taken 100 photos of that. Whereas he's very meticulous. I mean, he'll tag and label. So I think also, in a way, it works that we are opposites and we found our synergy in a way to work together.
Yeah, makes sense, no? Has there been an incident while traveling? Now you can laugh about it, but would have been pure chaos at that point of time.
I think there's one, I mean, amazing example was in 2010 when we had to go for the World Championship to Sofia. That was when the this volcano erupted in Iceland, and the whole airspace was shut down. So we had to get from Germany to Bulgaria, where the airspace had shut down, trains were full, and but we still had to get there, or we had to forfeit the match. So we were able to find, a mini bus that could transport all the seconds. And so we drove like 40 hours, not knowing where we were driving through, but on the by, making it as we went along. We said, okay, we're going to stop in Budapest for the night. Let's find a hotel. And again, it was still not where, you had your apps on your phone and you were making bookings. You had to actually call a hotel or email them. I mean, it was all still very much in the stage of infancy. But more than anything, that match was a very... it was not a very pleasant match to play because we were playing against an individual who had a certain history and we were playing at his home country. So there was this added burden of everything. And now that we were not going to be in time for the match led to a whole lot of speculations and all that. So they were not willing to concede the extra day because they said, that we were just making it up. So then, like a stroke of lightning, I mean, sometimes you have this light bulb moment in your head where you have this stroke of lightning. I realized that the contract had a clause that said force majeure. So suddenly it just hit me like that. So I went and read this again and they said, acts of God, destruction, blah, blah, blah. And then I said, oh, wow, this thing would qualify for that. And I remember calling the lawyer and he was on a flight. I said, does this qualify for this? And he was just taking off on a flight. He said, yes, it qualifies and you can ask. And so we legally were able to ask and we got an extra day and we made this trip. And I think that trip taught us a lot on marriage, life, everything, because there was nothing that we knew would be the outcome. And after all this, Anand went and lost the first game of that match. I mean, literally, we had gone through 40 hours. We had managed to pull, rabbits out of hats. And the first thing he said was, and this, I think, it stays with me for a very long, I think about it a lot. He said, if something goes wrong in this match, I only have to blame myself. I cannot even imagine what you're going through because I don't want to ask, because I don't want to know the truth, because I know what you're doing is... And he said, first of all, you will never tell me the truth, so I'm not going to ask. And then he won the second game and then he went on to the tie breaks and he did win the match, which was, one of the most spectacular victories of Anand. But that 20 days taught us a lot on dealing with chaos, dealing with, things that you don't control. I mean, you can't control nature, but you find a way and you keep working hard and results do happen.
I mean, when you see it now, it seems like you can laugh about it. I'm sure at that point you were like...
No, it was scary as hell because I remember, we were in Romania and it was like 12 o'clock in the night. We had to cross the river to get into Bulgaria. So at that gate post, 3 people came and they asked for our passports. We gave it. And they went away. We didn't know, are they coming back? What the hell do we do? We are in the dark. What do we do? We are in the middle of a forest and we have to cross. And then after some time they came and they said, you are that Anand, you're going to play this chess, this thing. Okay, all the best. And this thing. So, you don't know what is going to happen. But I think, again, you keep some humor and some perspective on life.
Yeah.
Life goes on. It's never too difficult. It is never too easy. Life keeps throwing things at you.
But you travel so much, especially with your husband. Do you like traveling or has it become like a chore for you?
I used to travel quite a lot. And then, it's been a few years since I travel. I enjoy traveling. I really enjoy traveling. I enjoy going to new places, trying new cuisines, finding a lot about the culture, the art. I really enjoy traveling.
What is that one travel hack you swear by?
My travel hack is to prepare the suitcase for all kinds of eventualities and weather. So Anand says, he says, that little handbag that you carry, you can pull out CPR equipment. Because anybody asks for something, I can pull it out. Many times, like when we travel, so when Anand was traveling for chess, I would be the only woman there. So like someone will have headache, someone will have stomach ache, and it's like, oh, I have this for you, I have that for you, and he'll say, what does that thing contain? And I always tell him, I don't know. So that's why I never changed that bag, because it has everything. He says, yes. He says, you can even just pull out CPR and start giving CPR, because it has everything. And my thing is to always pack for a slightly colder weather or a slightly warmer weather. And though Anand makes fun of me, he says, I can travel to the Arctic or to the, the savannah. It has everything, the suitcase. But always Anand, how much ever you pack, he'll take the top 4 clothes and the rest will be as is, it will be brought back. And he'll say, oh, it was there. I didn't even know. I didn't even see it. So, I mean, now over the years, he's gotten better, but it's still, for him, it's difficult.
So your bag is technically like Mary Poppins' bag.
Except for the umbrella.
I say that about my mother's bag. You don't know what comes out of the bag, but her bag is so heavy. Now she's like, oh, my shoulder is hurting. I'm like, yeah, if you carry your house in your bag.
No, I carry everything. I mean, there will be like biscuits, and there will be one small bottle of water. There'll be this moisturizer, that cream, this cream, everything is there.
Yeah, I carry all sorts of medication, because with kids
with kids, and you never know. And in foreign countries, you can't just go in and buy medication.
Yeah, you need a prescription.
You need to have at least the SOS medication.
I carry everything. I have one small Muthu pharmacy in my suitcase. And my daughter usually needs the nebulizer.
Oh,
so
okay.
we have about 3 nebulizers. We have a travel nebulizer. Mithun will carry one nebulizer. It's a whole thing. Anyway, I want to do a quick rapid fire with you. And I'm going to call it Quick Moves with Aruna.
Okay.
So you have to be like really fast. Anand's most annoying tournament habit.
Will not repeat a pen if he loses.
Ooh. One thing you always pack that he always forgets.
Clothes.
A chess metaphor that describes life.
I would say I will take it to a song. Every move you make, every breath you take, I'll be watching you.
Oh, that's amazing. I love that song. Hidden talent nobody knows about.
About Anand?
You.
About me. I'm very good in stand-up comedy.
Really?
I can imitate people quite well.
Yeah? Okay, I'm going to come back to that. One word your husband would use to describe you.
I think one word would be someone you cannot describe in one word.
If they did a movie about your husband, who would you think would be the best fit for him and for you?
I always keep telling him, because they are working on a biopic. So I said, if Aamir Khan is playing you, I will sacrifice myself and offer myself to play myself.
I love that.
So, I would be very happy to play myself. Depending on who the hero is.
Managing travel or managing daily menu?
I would say managing menu is much more difficult.
It's horrible, no? Yeah. I hate telling
because you start cooking and you realize this is not there, that is not there.
I wanted to ask you, you were talking about a biopic. Has your husband written a book?
Yeah, he's written a book called Mind Master. Oh. It came out in 2019.
Oh, I haven't read it. I'm going to get it. Yeah. I'm going to get it and I'm going to send it to you so I can get a signature.
Sure, I'll send it to you signed, don't worry.
So I really like biographies and autobiographies. Recently, I read the one about Freddie Flintoff, the cricket player, which is very interesting. He met with an accident where half his face came off.
Oh, okay.
And how he came back and how cricket saved him. It's a very interesting book. Sure. So I love autobiographies. So I'm going to go into the last bit where I just want to have a conversation more about you.
Okay.
You are the manager, you have so many supporting roles. How do you carve out mental and emotional space for yourself?
I think, I always do things for myself, and many times I don't. If I feel like doing something, I just do it. Like when I turned 50, I thought I should go poke my nose. I didn't really ask anyone, so I went and did it. Same time, I go for my classes. I love dance, so I do Zumba, or I do yoga. And for that rest, I have my own group of friends. I like going out. I like, going for lectures. So I think it is important to do something for yourself all the time. And like many times, they tell you, if you want to be nice to people, you have to start by being nice to yourself. So I think self-love before, only you can pour from a full glass. Cup. You can't put 4. So I think that is very important. So if you feel like taking a massage, you feel like indulging, I think you should just do it. You owe it to yourself.
What is the truth about yourself that you've started explaining to people, or at least justifying it?
I mean, people ask me, oh, you're somebody's wife. So do you have any, what is it you do? What is it you are? I mean, I am whom I am, and I'm very proud that who my husband is, and I'm proud to have been part of his journey. And I feel I don't need to give any explanations about that.
I wanted to ask you about that. When you're a spouse of someone who is so great, do you feel like you have had to give up a lot of things to make his career happen?
I think it depends on the spouse. I think in Anand's case, he's someone who has absolutely no ego. And I think that's one of the biggest lessons I learned from him. I mean, when you let go of ego, it's the most comfortable feeling you have, because then you're not thinking I am so and so and I should be like this and I should be. I mean, inside our house, we are just very normal people. In fact, I mean, once in a while, if there's any housework to be done or Akhil has to be taken somewhere and I'm not there, Anand will do it. I mean, it's not that he's a celebrity, so at home we treat him with the velvet gloves. So I think it comes from who your spouse is. I mean, as long as the spouse is not making the celebrity status part of the marriage, I think it's fine. I think otherwise, I think it's very difficult to to have to think that your husband is in some way better than you in something. I think as a marriage we are equals, but I understand that he's someone who's a 1 in a million or 1 in a billion, just for the sheer talent he has, but more than anything, the ambition and focus that he has. And I think I'm just very proud to have been part of that journey, rather than feel that I should have been otherwise. But I think being part of that journey, I learned so much more than if I had a 9-to-5 job.
That's lovely.
More, and the pay and the perks are also good. I mean, I should add that.
I like that. But when you look back at your life, do you think you followed the timeline that you expected it to go by, or did life just surprise you?
Not at all. In fact, I mean, traditionally, everybody gets married. Within 2 years, you're supposed to have a child. And I mean, we had Akhil after 17 years of marriage. I mean, it was like, I think it was so, this thing. But by the time I think I had Akhil, most of my friends had children coming out of college. So it was not like we followed any timeline. So we just allowed life to take its course, and things happen when they happen. And maybe they happened at the right time. So Akhil happened at a time when Anand's career was at a different stage. So I think in the end, it all just works out. And I don't think we went with any, has to happen in a certain way. But also because sports is unpredictable. You don't know when you're going to peak, and you don't know when you have to push back. So I think it's very difficult to make these plans.
I mean, as women, we're always programmed to ticking off boxes like career, marriage, children. By a certain age, what would you say to someone who feels they're running late?
I think you should never, first of all, don't be harsh on yourself. But you're late by whose yardstick? Your yardstick or society's yardstick? So what? If a child thinks, okay, I'm going to do 1 year, I'm only going to play chess, I'm taking a gap year. So what? I mean, in what way does it make you a lesser person? In the end, all of us are pursuing happiness. And if happiness is what you're getting, it doesn't matter whether, at 30 or 31, you've achieved whatever you needed to achieve, as long as you're being true and happy to yourself. I think, you should not only make big goals. Sometimes the smaller goals are also important. I mean, the goals that you make on a day-to-day basis to yourself. As a person, how are you changing? I think that is more important.
That's true. I think empowerment is just not ticking off all the boxes, but making your own list and
sure.
sticking by it.
I think you should live life by your rules, not what somebody else mandates. And what is empowerment? It doesn't come from, outwardly things that you feel empowered, that you are able to live your life without getting permission or asking permission or, feeling that, somebody else is responsible for you. I think that is true empowerment. I mean, you can make a decision and your spouse is going to back you up on it. I mean, you discuss it, but you don't need to take permission. I think that is true empowerment.
I mean, no one could have said it better. And thank you so much for spending this 1 hour with me.
Not at all. Thank you so much. It will be my pleasure. Thank you.